Hello my friends, Jerry Rosa here in the Rosa Stringworks Workshop. I thought I'd make a separate video to read the thank you letter that Vicky, my cousin, sent in honor of the donations that you all made for Patrick, the young man with the epilepsy and the severe seizures that he suffered through Christmas. Anyway, I'm going to try to read this for you. As I've always said, I'm a very poor reader, so just bear with me, and I hope you enjoy this. Dear Jerry and the Rosa Stringworks followers, fans, and family, it's taken my family and I several days to process the kindness shown to us via your generosity. How do you even begin to thank total strangers who have nothing to gain by donating their hard-earned dollars based on a simple plea by Jerry on behalf of our epileptic son? As a family, we have a hard time asking for help, and generally we don't. It's probably that German, Scottish, English blood we have. We work through our issues on our own and don't want to burden others with our problems, which makes what Jerry and you all did for us so overwhelming. I suppose I could share Patrick's epilepsy story with you all to give you a sense of his struggles. Patrick is a twin. His sister does not have epilepsy, thankfully. They were born 8 weeks premature and overcame those few obstacles and came home from the NICU after 3.5 weeks. Patrick was an active kid, trying a variety of sports and activities, but none really ever clicked for him. Since he was a toddler, he was fascinated with how things work. He started Cub Scouts in first grade and obtained his Eagle Scout rank his senior year of high school. Patrick taught himself how to play the guitar and played the trumpet in school band from 5th grade through his senior year. He was a senior during the height of COVID. I take my hat off to all the kids that had to go through that in school. Oh my gosh, school was hard enough, let alone with COVID. In April 2017, Patrick had his first known seizure. He didn't have another one until August of that year. He went the next 18 months seizure-free. But in 2019, his seizures started with more frequency. We've learned his seizure triggers lack of sleep, dehydration, total darkness, complex patterns like fallen leaves on the ground, and crowds. We take steps to minimize these triggers, but it's difficult not to encounter some of these things in everyday life. This summer, we learned that Patrick has 2 different types of seizures. Focalized seizures that start in his left temporal lobe and more generalized seizures that occur throughout his brain. We have no idea why his seizures started. There was no illness or head injury, and until an MRI in 2022, there was no known damage in his brain. The 2022 MRI revealed damage in his left temporal lobe, likely the result of seizures themselves. Patrick takes 4 medicines at pretty high dosages, each of which cause side effects ranging from cognitive issues to tiredness to hand tremors, speech issues, depression, anxiety. In 2022, his seizures became more frequent again, but he was really excited to start college in the fall. With trepidation in August, we moved him to a technical college in St. Louis, Missouri. Unfortunately, his seizures increased again and the medicine side effects impacted his school performance. We made the difficult decision to withdraw him from the college and bring him home. Under his doctor's orders, we were in process of weaning him off of one of the medicines when his seizures started up with a vengeance, and he had 7 in the week prior to December 18th. When during our extended family Christmas party, we had 5 seizures in the span of 2 hours. And I was there for that, and I witnessed that. It was terrible. Patrick had never had so many seizures back to back before. These are the seizures that Jerry and the rest of the extended family witnessed, including Patrick's grandparents. We know people are overwhelmed, shocked, scared, and concerned, and generally upset by this, and we are too. I think Jerry explained to you all that after the 4th seizure, Patrick was totally unresponsive, and we made the decision to take him to the nearest ER. Jerry, along with several others, carried Patrick to the car. He woke up just as we were getting to the ER, but he had another seizure in the ER, witnessed by the attending physician and several nurses. Patrick's meds were adjusted again, and since December 18th, he has had just one seizure here at home. We don't know what we're going to do with your donations, but it will all go toward Patrick's care. He hasn't been able to drive since July 2022, and per his doctor's orders cannot drive until he is 6 months seizure-free. Right now, that puts him into June of 2023. Because of that, he hasn't been able to find a job, which is depressing for him. While we have medical insurance, some of the donations will go toward medical co-payments. Patrick has also started researching seizure dogs because his seizures have been determined to be medically uncontrolled. Patrick has potential brain surgery in the future, which will hopefully end his seizures, or at least reduce them enough so that he can get back to being a normal young man and can return to college to pursue his future dreams, including being able to drive a car again. His doctor thinks he is a good candidate for DBS, which is deep brain stimulation, where electrodes are implanted deep within the brain and can detect and interrupt the electrical seizure activity. He may also need to have surgery to remove the damaged part of his left temporal lobe. We will never be able to thank each one of you for this, but please know that you will be remembered forever by us. May God bless you and your families in 2023 and beyond for your unselfish act of caring. Whether you sent pennies or dollars, it is so appreciated and it will not be squandered or otherwise wasted. That is our promise to you. Sincerely, Vicki, Simon, Patrick, and Abigail, the Broomheads. That's a very nice letter. And what you all did blew me away. I had figured it would take, the rest of the year to raise a reasonable amount of money to send to them to help them out a little bit. You did that in less than 24 hours. I think the final total with the last pieces that trickled in via the mail, it was right at $7,000 or maybe a little more, like $7,300, I think. So you guys, that was in less than 24 hours. I can't thank you enough. Thank you for coming through. I really do appreciate it. And I know they do too.